Best dressed chicken for only $3.99. Only at Popeyes, Louisiana Kitchen on Eastern Avenue.
It's fresh. Fresh from the garden, it's fresh.
Hurley's introduces Chef Kits, the newest, easiest way to serve your family home-cooked meals in about 30 minutes. Every Chef Kit includes Hurley's fresh beef, chicken, fish, or veg, and pre-measured spices, sauces, oils, and seasonings. We include everything but the dinner plates. Simply follow the enclosed directions to create home-cooked, gourmet-inspired meals for 2 or 4 people. Hurley's Chef Kits for fresh, easy, speedy meals your family will love.
Watch as some of the world's most talented people put their skills to the test as they attempt to make their mark in the record books. You'll witness some of the craziest, scariest, most bizarre stunts people will do, all in the name of stardom. It's the ultimate Guinness World Records, and it's right here on Cayman 27. Capture all the action.
Champion House Restaurant, serving Cayman for over 30 years. Start your day off right with our breakfast, fruits, pastries, hot cereals, entree, and so much more. Stop by for lunch. Our buffet offers salads, soup, entrees, and desserts. Check out our website for details on our new dinner menu. And don't forget about catering. We can customize any menu to suit your needs. Champion House Restaurant, where the islanders dine.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Show your support by wearing pink on Dress Down, Dress Pink Day, October 26th. Purchase all your pink items, including t-shirts, polo shirts, online at www.lctgbreastcancerawareness.com or visit our LCTG Pink Shop from now until October 25th. Wear pink, take a staff photo, and email it to us at bcawareness@gmail.com or share it with us on our Facebook page. Dress Down, Dress Pink, October 26th. Brought to you by Lions Club of Tropical Gardens. Bogle Insurance Brokers Limited are professional, independent insurance brokers established in 1988. We are a wholly Caymanian-owned insurance broker with a wealth of knowledge in the local and international insurance market. Our professional team service clients with a range of insurance products, including motor, home, health, contractors, marine, and business insurance, among others. Contact us at 949-0579 or email us at service@bogleins.com.
Matters to us. We're Cayman 27, Cayman Informed.
Coming up next, a plea for greater safety on Cayman's beaches after 2 water-related deaths in the span of 7 days.
A 29-year-old woman appears in court charged for attempted murder in Cayman Brac.
And another MLA hits out at the beleaguered Department of Environmental Health.
One sports association inches closer to a new field, while another just hopes it shares the wealth.
And Joe Avery is out today. I'll have your full weather forecast coming up a little bit later in the show. Cayman 27 News is coming up next.
Is back. Sign up for the Sports Pack today and fuel your passion for football. Sports is life, only on Flow.
Let Elite Marble and Granite bring the charm of Italy to your home. Made from only the best materials. Santa Margherita Quartz is handcrafted in a state-of-the-art facility located in Italy and then journeys across the ocean to Elite Marble and Granite, who is the exclusive distributor in the Caribbean. Elegant and resistant, Santa Margherita Quartz products offer a large choice of colors, textures, and exclusive finishes. Call 945-9028 or visit us online at elite.ky. Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Whether you want to get going in a new car, to relax at home while you pay bills on your mobile banking app, to get the best rewards with your credit card, or to get a sure start on your little one's future. Whether you want a quick response on your loan, or just a range of services that keep your business running smoothly, you want banking that fits your life. CIBC First Caribbean. Banking that fits your life.
You're watching Cayman 27 News, Cayman Informed. Brought to you by Foster's Food Fair. At Foster's Food Fair, we care. Flow.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Morales.
And I'm Kafar Augustin. Thank you for tuning in. After 2 water-related deaths in the span of a week, one government swim official calls for more safety on Cayman's beaches.
Senior swim instructor Ryan Mushin says that lifeguards would be key to help keeping Cayman's water-related death toll down. The toll currently stands at 12 for the year 2018. Cayman 27's Seaford Russell Jr. has a story.
Senior swim instructor for Cayman Islands government Ryan Mushin is calling for trained personnel to be stationed on our beaches to help those who may need it most.
I think lifeguards on the beach would be a great idea. There's a lot of different spots, so it would need to be a ton of lifeguards.
In the last 7 days, a 68-year-old man from the U.S. and a 68-year-old Cayman Islands resident both died in water-related incidents. And Mr. Mushin says having a lifeguard system may be just what Cayman beaches need.
I came from Los Angeles, right? And all our beaches in the summers had lifeguard towers, and they were trained county lifeguards. So, I mean, it helps everywhere in the world.
Mr. Mushin says businesses that deal with people who are visiting the island also need to have the right tools handy just in case disaster strikes.
As far as everyone being equipped with the AED machine, it's not a law yet, and it's not mandatory. Should they have one based on the amount of people and tourists that they see daily? Yes, and no one ever thinks there's going to be a problem until there is. So I highly recommend it.
He says being organized and having an emergency strategy is important.
People know their roles. People know who's going to get the AED machine. People know who's going to assist with CPR. People know who's going to get the bag, right? People know who's going to call 911 because time is of the essence when that stuff happens.
Mr. Mushin says he hopes that the local authorities will take action to bring more safety to Cayman beaches. Seaford Russell, Cayman 27.
Back in March, Tourism Minister Moses Kirkconnell said that he was trying to address the beach safety issue in Cayman. We reached out to him as well as his ministry for an update, and we are yet to hear back.
A 29-year-old woman appears in Cayman Brac Court charged with attempted murder. This morning, Raina Blackwood was remanded into custody after appearing on 2 criminal charges. She's the woman charged in connection with the stabbing on Tuesday morning on Legend Drive in Cayman Brac. In that incident, a man was wounded. He also received injuries to his hands during a struggle with Ms. Blackwood. Ms. Blackwood was also charged with wounding with intent. She will appear in court on Grand Cayman on November 9th. As some communities continue to struggle with garbage collection, government MLA Austin Harris says action needs to be taken against errant DEH employees.
Mr. Harris addressed the issue yesterday during the Public Accounts Committee. He says there must be a level of accountability from top to bottom.
Is lacking on DEH is the will to terminate persons who are not fulfilling the job requirements, persons who are guilty, if you will, of on-the-job infraction.
Acting Deputy Governor Gloria McField testified before the committee and addressed concerns. Now, she says there is a process in place to deal with disciplinary action, whether it's from the ground level or management.
Trade and business applications and vehicle licensing renewals have gone online.
2 new e-services headlined during this morning's launch event, where Commerce Ministry officials touted increased efficiency and shared their vision of the e-government of the future. Minister Joey Hugh says it's all about customer convenience.
The aim of the e-government program is to make Cayman more convenient for the people and businesses by extending access to public services, improving the quality of customer service, and increasing overall efficiency.
Minister Hughes says the new e-services will have an immediate impact on the delivery of services in the community.
Government's core workforce has grown by 178 in 18 months, settling on 3,678. But only 70 of those new employees are Caymanian. And opposition MLA Chris Saunders says that needs to change. During yesterday's Public Accounts Committee meeting, Mr. Saunders raised the issue of the staff increases.
Even with the growth within the civil service, it is growing at a faster rate of non-Caymanians as opposed to Caymanians. And that, I think, is something that needs to be addressed.
Mr. Saunders pointed out that there was a lack of training and lack of succession planning in the government service, but Acting Deputy Governor Gloria McField-Nixon says strides are being made to tackle those issues.
Joe Avery has the night off, so I'll be in with your weather check tonight. You'll just have to stay tuned to see what's happening. It is Thursday, so we're now just starting to take a glance at what the weekend forecast might look like.
This weekend?
Probably, I mean, you could go even if it's cloudy and raining, right?
I guess, but I prefer a sunny day.
Yeah, me too. So I'll let you know in about 10 minutes what you can expect for this weekend. So
Great.
I'll let you know, Kafara.
Thank you.
Now, police are making adjustments to the shortcut from UCCI to Walker's Road to stop criminal activities by school students and members of the public.
The RCIPS says the area is being cleared up to make the shortcut more visible, but police media officer Jody Ann Powery says they may have to take further steps to prevent the continuous illegal activities.
What we've done to try to rectify that issue is we've spoken to other property owners in this area, and there are plans being developed and made to create a fencing from the Windsor Park area to cut off the shortcut.
No official date of when the fence will be constructed was given.
Government is planning to make changes to the stamp duty law to help Caymanian first-time buyers get on the property ladder. An amendment to be introduced in the LA's November session seeks a substantial increase in the threshold for stamp duty concessions. The proposed amendment will raise the threshold on raw land purchases from $100,000 to $150,000 and from $300,000 to $400,000 for apartments, condos, or houses.
So we're raising the thresholds to ensure that because of the increasing prices in real estate over the years, it was proven, I think, to be difficult for people to find properties in the price range where they were looking at in order to gain full advantage of the exemptions.
For raw land purchases between $150,000 and $200,000, first-time buyers will pay a 2% stamp duty. That 2% rate will also apply for built-up properties valued from $400,000 to $500,000. Coming up after this break, from northward to international bodybuilding glory, we bring you one man's inspirational journey.
Special licenses for registered green iguana colors who use air rifles.
And one Caymanian takes the Late Show with Stephen Colbert by storm. Those stories and more right after this.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Show your support by wearing pink on Dress Down, Dress Pink Day, October 26th. Purchase all your pink items, including t-shirts, polo shirts, online at www.lctgbreastcancerawareness.com or visit our LCTG Pink Shop from now until October 25th. Wear pink, take a staff photo, and email it to us at bcawareness@gmail.com or share it with us on our Facebook page. Dress Down, Dress Pink, October 26th. Brought to you by Lions Club of Tropical Gardens.
On Cayman 27, we're brought you a series of stories about the power of a second chance.
It comes as prison outreach officers promote an initiative that will allow those with criminal convictions to apply for government jobs. Cayman 27's Caroline James reports on one man's journey from northward to representing Cayman on the international stage.
Locked up for 3 years, now the pride of Cayman. Nicolas Kerr is a busy man. His start wasn't so auspicious.
But the story is, I got into a fight and it just led the wrong way, which, in honesty, it changed my life. So it's all positive. It's no negative to take from it. The negative part is, I could have avoided the situation, and the whole positive is, look at me now,
With a fiancée, a young son, 2 jobs, and a host of bodybuilding medals to his name, he refuses to be defined by his time in Northwood.
People who know me, they know the changes that I've made personally, So that's all positive right there. And even clients, when I share my journey with them, they're like, wow, if you didn't mention it, I wouldn't know. So that's all positive,
But turning his own life around is not enough for Mr. Kerr.
I want to tell these guys, don't give up, Prison isn't the limit, You can change your life from there.
He wants others to know that they can do it too.
I've made a lot of people proud, so I want to continue to do that. And I hope, people from the prison as well will continue to help these guys, and these guys as well will continue to help themselves to, be the next success story.
While he doesn't shy away from his past, he doesn't believe it should limit his future either, nor the future of men and women like him.
I could have just limited myself and say, hey, I'm a criminal and that's it, versus, continue to reach for the stars, continue to reach as high. So there's no limit.
Caroline James, Cayman 27.
And if you run a business and would like to help give people like Mr. Kerr a second chance, you can volunteer by emailing at gene.solomon@gov.ky. And still no word on exactly how much Caroline James was able to bench while she was filming that piece. Great job.
The RCIPS is granting special license for registered green iguana cull participants seeking to use air rifles for culling. Police say these special licenses will provide an exemption from a section of the firearms law that will allow registered cullers to use an air rifle for culling within 40 yards of a public road. The special license only applies to 22 and 25 caliber air rifles. Cullers who plan to use an air rifle for culling must apply for the special license whether or not they already have a firearms license. Special license applications can be delivered to the Security and Firearms Licensing Unit on Walker's Road. Police expect about a 2-week turnaround time. Caymanian Sarah McTaggart and her band Transviolet rocked out on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert this week.
And while being on that stage would be intimidating for some, Miss McTaggart says she was, quote, pretty calm before performing. Miss McTaggart and her band performed their song Undo on the show. That happened on Monday. She says the experience was thrilling.
Hey Cayman family, yeah, it was super exciting to be on the Colbert Show. I'm back in LA now. The day of, I was actually pretty calm. It's our 3rd time on television, so I think I kind of knew what to expect. But the 4 count into the song, I could definitely feel my heart pounding and had to take a deep breath, but once I started singing, I felt good.
And you can catch Miss McTaggart and her band Transviolet when they perform at the Kaboom Music Festival. That's in February.
So we're just days away from the arrival of Cayman's new governor. That's UK diplomat Martin Keith Roper. And ahead of his arrival, Premier Alden McLaughlin held a video conference call with the governor-elect to discuss his new appointment and formally congratulate him. According to a statement from the Premier's office, Mr. McLaughlin said he has a good and positive conversation with Mr. Roper. Mr. Roper tweeted the same, and he arrives Monday morning. He'll be sworn in later that same day. Jordan Armanese is going to join us now with a check on sports.
What's up?
Jordan.
Yeah, lots going on in sports. Spoke with some people from rugby and big developments on their new pitch just off the Esterly-Tibbetts Highway. So much so that another sports leader in a different association, they said they want a piece of it. We got the entire story plus more coming up next.
Caymanian owned
owned and operated since 1967. Paramount Carpets is a full-service operation beginning with material selection to the installation of finished products, as well as providing maintenance, service, and takes great pride in the quality of their work, making every effort to exceed customer expectations. Contact us today at 345-949-5000 or visit us at 317 Industrial Park, North Sound Road. Paramount Carpets. We do a whole lot more than just cover your floor.
We're not just the most reliable energy service in the Caribbean. Whether it's for your entertainment, lighting a path to your future, or making sure that you and your family are secure. We're there for you when it matters most. Your safety and our reliability are our top priority. We are committed to remaining the #1 utility service in the Caribbean. We are CUC.
It's fresh. Fresh from the garden, it's fresh.
Hurley's introduces Chef Kits, the newest, easiest way to serve your family home-cooked meals in about 30 minutes. Every Chef Kit includes Hurley's fresh beef, chicken, fish, or veg, and pre-measured spices, sauces, oils, and seasonings. We include everything but the dinner plates. Simply follow the enclosed directions to create home-cooked, gourmet-inspired meals for 2 or 4 people. Hurley's Chef Kits for fresh, easy, speedy meals your family will love.
Cayman 27 Sports is brought to you by Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Welcome back. We start with some rugby. Now, the final hurdle for Cayman's Rugby and Football Union has been cleared as government has agreed to sign over the single acre of Crown land off the Esterly Tibbetts Highway among the 12 acres of Dart real estate land they agreed to lease to Rugby for 99 years. Now, back in August, we spoke to Rugby President Derek Haynes, who said that single acre of Crown land owned by government was to go before Cabinet. Haynes said that happened when government traveled to Cayman Brac for its sitting of the Legislative Assembly, and it was approved. The final hurdle before shovels hit ground is now rezoning of the land from industrial to an inter-public sports space. That decision will go before government in November sitting of the Legislative Assembly. Now, with just final details needing to be worked out before shovels hit ground on that rugby pitch, one association hopes they too can reap the benefits of Cayman's newest sports complex as they watch one of their 2 facilities decay before its very eyes.
With Smith Road really on its death knell every year, and it's common knowledge. We receive a letter every year saying your days are numbered.
And who can blame them? The Smith Road Oval is in shambles. But those aren't the only reasons Cayman Cricket wants to join forces with rugby on its new grounds.
If they bring the bigger jets in, I just can't see them getting away without having a bigger runway, and it can only go one way. Let's face it, we need another ground for us to expand. So to me, joining rugby, a lot of our kids play rugby and cricket. I think it'd be a fantastic partnership.
What does cricket bring to the table? They say an opportunity to host international tournaments, something they say they've been forced to turn down in the past due to not having 2 pitches up to ICC code.
It's no different from football or any other organisation. We get inspected, and the government committed to us being an associate member of World Cricket. And, we need those 2 grounds.
And after a successful year abroad for the men's national cricket team, an infusion of cash, up to $170,000.
ICC, when they release our ranking points over the next 3 months, we're very confident we're going to go up ranking points again and hopefully more funding.
The Airports Authority owns the land where the Smith Road Oval lies, but many in Cayman Cricket say there's no official agreement between the 2 groups. They've played here because that's the way it's always been. But with record air arrivals flying into the runway just behind the Smith Road Oval, not to mention roadways being built surrounding the facility, the writing is on the wall.
And we will hear a response from Cayman Rugby President Derek Haynes on that possible partnership between rugby and cricket later in the show. All right, we got your check on weather next. Stick around.
Sometimes having a middleman is not a bad thing, especially when it comes to insurance. Do you know that when it comes to cost, ease, speed, and peace of mind, insurance brokers ranked higher than when customers buy direct. So, for all your insurance needs, call Fidelity Insurance. We're the middleman you want. Call us today at 949-7822. Fidelity. We're good for you.
Have you heard? They have new daily meal deals at Popeyes. A different meal with sides every day of the week for the same price of just $3.99. Monday is chicken soup with rice. Tuesday for the chicken bowl. 2 tenders on Wednesday. A loaded chicken wrap on Thursday. It's all about that shrimp on Friday. Chicken nuggets to start the weekend. And the mixed 2-piece to finish.
The new daily meal deals from Popeyes. A different meal every day, served with the world-famous best dressed chicken for only $3.99. Only at Popeyes, Louisiana Kitchen on Eastern Avenue.
We are on a mission to protect people from financial risk that can affect their money. We're Knighthead Annuity and Life Assurance, a Cayman Islands company. It is more important than ever to make sure you have the right financial plan in place to secure your future. So we're on a journey to change an industry that can too often feel complex, confusing, and costly. We're making things simpler by specializing in fixed annuities. An essential product in any portfolio to help you grow and protect your savings by providing guaranteed investment returns. Predictable growth, peace of mind with Knighthead Annuity.
Welcome back. Joe Avery out tonight, but I'm in with your weather report. Let's take a look at our Caribbean radar to open things up. Pretty smooth sailing, as you can see, in and around the Cayman Islands area. The AccuWeather radar, in particular, not picking up any showers right now in near Grand Cayman or near the sister islands as well. And according to the National Weather Service here at home, we can expect about a 20% chance of showers overnight. Leading into tomorrow, they're saying pretty much the same thing. We can expect some mainly fair skies as we take a look at our short-term forecast. Wednesday night, low of about 80. Thursday, like we said, about 30% chance. Rather, this is Thursday, 84 degrees for our daytime high today. As we get into Friday, rather, we can expect about a 30 to 20% chance of rain, mostly fair skies. Winds are going to be light and variable, and it's going to be pretty smooth out there. So if you're heading out on the water tomorrow, you're going to enjoy yourself. They're saying about 2 feet maximum wave heights, and in many cases, it's not even going to be that. Let's take a quick look at our 7-day forecast right now as we try and get over there. There we go. As we head into the weekend, it looks like Kafara probably should be able to get out to the beach for a little bit. It's going to be pretty much the same forecast throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The National Weather Service saying that we can expect about a 20% chance of rain both of those days. It's going to be partly cloudy skies, intermittent clouds. AccuWeather is calling it on Friday, partly sunny on Saturday. The daytime highs are going to be in the mid-80s, going to feel like the low 90s, and the overnight low going to be low 80s to high 70s. So it's going to be pretty pleasant out there. Go out, enjoy your weekend. Again, the wave's going to pick up a little bit as we head into the latter part of the weekend, early part of next week, but certainly nothing out of the ordinary. So if you're going to head out on your boat, it's going to be a pretty nice conditions out there. You're going to enjoy yourself. That's all the time we've got for this weather check. Right now, I'm going to send it back to Kafara.
Thanks, Kevin. The leader of the opposition was out supporting his constituency on Tuesday at the 6th Annual Cayman Islands District Wesleyan Youth Convention. The theme of the convention was navigating my spiritual journey in the postmodern world, and saw Mr. Miller speak alongside a host of talented young performers.
I believe one of the greatest things that you young people can learn in this weekend ceremony is about navigating on your spiritual journey, is having humility.
And if you're curious about the convention and the issues they're raising, it runs until Sunday at the Craddock Ebeck Center in Northside. Coming up in the second half hour of Cayman 27 News, we talk with eco-divers Aaron Hunt about Reef Aware Month. And remember to WhatsApp us any photos, videos, or news tips. You can reach us at 527-2727. Stay with us.
Lunch lady of the past and lunch lady of the future.
We're dyeing our hair.
Yeah, now move it, George. I need the sun to cook the juices, and your head's making an eclipse.
I smell barbecue and hair. You must be done.
What color are you dyeing your hair?
We're putting red streaks in it.
Mom, Can you talk to me before you start painting my kids?
Remember when you were 13 and you shaved your head? Now we're even.
It's a beautiful planet, and right now you can see it right here on Cayman 27. In this series, we'll travel to some of the most fascinating places as we explore the UNESCO heritage sites found around the world. From Stonehenge to the Grand Canyon, there are thousands of sites that will leave you in awe. Beautiful Planet is a series that will take a closer look into these wonders of the world. Join us to witness this beautiful planet.
I just need to know, whose side are you on?
This part's where the experiment really begins.
This ain't no place for no hero. This ain't no place for no better man. This ain't no place for no hero who call home. They're coming. This ain't no place for no hero.
Get ready to laugh as TV's funniest hidden camera show will have you in stitches. Just for Laughs, the Laugh Out Loud comedy show catches unsuspecting people in some of the funniest situations. It's Just for Laughs, and it's only here on Cayman 27. Catch it Monday through Friday.
Welcome back to the second half hour of Cayman 27 News. I'm Kafara Augustin. Throughout the month of October, one local dive operator is raising awareness of issues like coral bleaching, the lionfish invasion, and plastic pollution, which all threaten coral reefs right here in Cayman and across the globe. And they're hosting what they like to call Reef Awareness Month. Joining me now to tell us all about it is Aaron Hunt. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me here tonight.
Now, we're almost to the end of Reef Awareness Month, but how's it been going?
Fantastic. For the last year, we have been placing coral out of nursery environments where we've been growing coral here in Grand Cayman and returning it out to strategically placed locations around the west side of Grand Cayman. In the last 30 days, we've gone through and done some surveys to see how it's all doing. And we have an almost perfect survival rate. The corals are growing prolifically. And we found that when we checked the areas in between those strategically located spots, the nurseries that we were growing the coral in has already started spawning. The exact same thing we were hoping for these strategic points to be doing, and has broadcast thick layers of coral as far as 400 to 500 meters downstream from where they're at, giving us a little window into the future of what we can expect from our work this year when we do our surveys next year.
Good. And for people that are not familiar or aware, why is this so important that you protect Cayman's corals?
Well, there are many reasons. First and foremost, the Cayman Islands are a large piece of coral. Many people think of it as a volcanic island. It's actually not. It's the buildup of thousands and thousands of corals over a very long period of time. If all the coral around the island were to die, the island would begin to melt away. More to the point, we might have heard about some stronger storms on the horizon affecting other parts of the world here in the Caribbean. And coral reefs provide an important break in the water to prevent large waves from rolling right up on shore, and instead stops them out and helps calm them down. And of course, I think all of us can also relate to the concept of fish and other animals are disappearing out of our seas. And when fish are young, they need that reef, they need that structure to be able to hide and to grow to become adults. And by restoring that reef structure, we not only increase the health of the island, the protection for the island, but also the life all around the island.
Now, in addition to coral bleaching, you also discussed, I believe, lionfish invasion and how, how are we doing with those numbers and getting those invasive species down?
You know, we're doing really good with that as well. As it turns out, if you have a dedicated group of people living in an area that are aggressively going after a problem, we can make a big difference. And I know the COL, the Cayman United Lionfish League, has been hosting events for the last several years. And I used to enter in them pretty regularly and do quite well, I might add.
Do you have numbers to share?
Right around 1,300 to 1,500 lionfish culled every cull and now we're getting 300 to 500. Same guys doing it years later. We've only gotten better at this.
That's
the
great.
lionfish are just no longer present.
Good. And anything else you're working on with this month?
Well, as a matter of fact, this weekend, we have an event going on over at Dive Tech, and the idea is, in order to become involved with our coral restoration program, we need to have people here in the community who live on island, who are Caymanians or expatriates who are interested in this, because we're going to want them to take part in this for years down the road. And in order to help make that easier, we've gotten together with the people at Dive Tech and Vivo Restaurant and put a program together this upcoming Sunday where at 1 o'clock you can sit down, we go through a little explanation of what we're doing, how all this works, and then we take you for a dive and show you one of our nurseries and one of our transplanted coral sites, one of our strategically selected sites. And then once you get done, we bring you back up out of the water, and Vivo is preparing a 3-course dinner for everybody. So it works like a great introduction for anybody who is curious or who would like to get involved. It does cost $75 per person.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the cost
However,
was.
that covers the food and that covers the first half of that training that if you decide you'd like to pursue it, is applied and is a large part of the overall certification. It's a PADI certification, so you get one of those cool little cards with a picture on it. And then as a volunteer, you're able to come join our program and dive with us during our program-related dives, and we cover the cost of tanks. I know quite a few of our volunteers, they've been with us for just out a year or just slightly over a year now. They have definitely done more than 10 dives with us and made plenty back on the scuba tanks alone, and without their assistance, we never would have gotten as far as we have. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved.
Definitely, and we're running out of time, but how do they get in contact with you if they say they want to participate in this event this weekend or just want to be part of it?
If you'd like to participate this weekend, just call the people at Dive Tech at their Lighthouse Point facility, and they'll go ahead and take your reservation on that. If you'd like to join us any other time, you can look us up on Facebook at Cayman Eco Divers, or you can check our website at CaymanEcoDivers.com.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, well, we have more Cayman 27 news coming up next. Stay with us.
Cool.
Let Seaboard bring the world to you. We offer the best shipping rates and service to and from Grand Cayman with over 35 shipping routes, full container shipping from Miami, Brooklyn, Houston, and Jamaica, plus small package shipments from Miami and Jamaica. You name it, and Seaboard will ship it. Our excellent warehouse facilities in Miami mean you can consolidate your goods to save yourself time and money. For shipping made easy, call or visit our website today. Shipping shore to shore. Seaboard.
Shipping shore to shore.
Let Elite Marble and Granite bring the charm of Italy to your home. Made from only the best materials, Santa Margherita Quartz is handcrafted at a state-of-the-art facility located in Italy and then journeys across the ocean to Elite Marble and Granite, who is the exclusive distributor in the Caribbean. Elegant and resistant, Santa Margherita Quartz products offer a large choice of colors, textures, and exclusive finishes. Call 945-9028 or visit us online at elite.ky. Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
Bogle Insurance Brokers Limited are professional, independent insurance brokers established in 1988. We are a wholly Caymanian-owned insurance broker with a wealth of knowledge in the local and international insurance market. Our professional team service clients with a range of insurance products, including motor, home, health, contractors, marine, and business insurance, among others. Contact us at 949-0579 or email us at service@bogleins.com.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We're Cayman 27, Cayman Informed.
To market news now, and shares in Amazon and Alphabet fell in hours after trading following their earnings report. But during market hours Thursday, Wall Street rallied as Fred Katsuyama reports.
Shares of tech titans Amazon and Alphabet fell in after-hours trading. The online retailer's quarterly sales rose but missed Wall Street's forecasts, and Google's parent's profit rose on surging online ad revenue. During regular trading hours, strong earnings from Microsoft and Twitter helped Wall Street bounce back Thursday from yesterday's rout. Some investors went bargain hunting, pushing the Dow and S&P 500 back into positive territory for the year. Badly beaten down tech stocks led the rally. Kenny & Company founder Peter Kenny.
Today it has an awful lot to do with earnings, and it also has a lot to do with the most beaten down sectors of the market finding some value players. So both of those drivers are really lifting the overall market.
Twitter shares jumped. Strong quarterly ad sales at the microblogging company boosted quarterly profit beyond Wall Street's estimates. Microsoft shares rose after the software developer's profit and revenue surpassed analyst targets. Strong demand for its Azure cloud computing and Office 365 software products boosted earnings. Ford Motors surged. Its higher-than-expected profit raised investors' hopes for a strong fourth quarter. Separately, the automaker announced it's recalling nearly 1.5 million Ford Focus cars in North America to fix a defect that could cause engines to stall. In Europe, stocks bounced back after the global sell-off. Materials and tech stocks lifted the major indexes.
And as the market's volatility continues, the question remains, what does this mean for Cayman investors and how will it impact us? Here, joining me now is Georgie Laxton, founder of Liberty Wealth Partners. Georgie, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
It's great to be on.
So the big news yesterday in our market recap was that all the gains, the record gains that we saw in 2018 have been wiped out now. What is just your initial reaction to that?
My initial reaction is this is perfectly normal.
Yeah, okay.
It's exactly what the stock markets do. Okay, the stock markets go up over the long run. We have this long-term signal, right, which is this.
Right.
And around this, we have a lot of wiggle.
Sure, right.
Right, the stock market wiggles, and we haven't had much wiggle.
Right.
Really, pretty much since the bottom of the financial crisis, right? The market, the S&P 500, the broad measure of the US stock market, hit a low in March 2009 of roughly 660 something.
Right.
Right? And we got all the way up to 2,900.
Right.
This month.
Right.
Just earlier this month.
Right.
And now we've come back to 2,700.
Right.
Okay, this is exactly what stock markets do. But, you know, we have this like instinct that, oh, like, we've got to panic, we've got to do something.
Right. So what do we do?
More often than not, the right thing to do is absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Okay? And it's really hard because seeing the stock market fall is emotionally tough.
Yeah.
Right? Equity investing is really emotionally hard.
Right.
Right? It's much more behavioral than it is anything else.
Sure.
You know, you can have these really, really smart people, but if behaviorally they're not doing the right things, it doesn't matter.
Right.
The key thing for any investor to master is their own behavior.
Right.
Okay? And the problem is that everybody wants us to know what's going to happen to next, right? Everybody wants me to know, any other person in the industry, what's going to happen?
Right.
What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen next week?
Right.
I don't know. I wish I knew that answer.
Right.
Nobody knows that answer, right? Nobody knows that. Because we don't have facts about the future.
Right.
All we have is the past.
You're right. You have educated guesses, but...
Exactly. So all we can really do is look back over history and say, what has happened?
Right.
Okay, what has happened in the past? And let's be rational about the future, because we all know the world's not going to end tomorrow.
Right.
Right? We're all going to wake up, the sun's going to come
Right.
up.
It's going to be okay.
Right. It's going to be okay. The
Right.
world's going to keep spinning and people are going to keep buying stuff.
Right.
And that's reflected in share prices
Right.
over the long run.
And I find it very interesting. We were talking about in the commercial break, you do this professionally. This is you do this for a living. And when I had said that I hadn't seen the market numbers yet today, you said, me neither, because I don't look at the numbers every single day. Why is that?
Well, because every single person that I'm helping with their money and their goals is about the long term, right? We're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Sure.
Okay, what happens today? What happens tomorrow? What happens next week? What happens for the rest of this year doesn't make any difference, right, in the decades to come.
Right.
Okay, so we just have to look back at this long-term signal. We get so distracted by the short-term noise because the media is making us be distracted by it.
Right.
Right? And human nature wants us to be distracted by it.
Right.
But the absolute key thing is to just focus on the long term, and it's so much easier said than done because we don't actually live in the long term.
Right.
Right? We live in the short term.
Right.
Right? We live in the here and now.
Right.
And the best advice I can ever give people, and I said this to a client this morning, is just don't look.
Sure.
Like, just don't open your account statements. Don't log on until I tell you that it's safe to.
Right.
The more you look, the less happy you'll be.
It's like getting on the scale every day.
Right.
If you do it once a week or once a month, so be it. But if you do it every day,
you're going to see the wiggle instead of the long-term trend.
Does this, what has happened in the markets the last couple days, impact investors in Cayman more or less than anywhere else in the world?
Well, not really, to be honest, because what's happened in the US has been reflected around the world. And in fact, you know, emerging markets in Europe have actually fallen more than the US recently. So, you know, everybody in Cayman has a pension, right, hopefully. So they're invested in the stock market. And the key thing also to remember is if you have a pension and you're saving for retirement, you are not done buying yet. right? You are not done buying yet. If you are not done buying yet, you don't really want prices to keep going up.
Right.
Okay? The stock market corrections, which is what we've seen so far, is very healthy because everyone that's buying gets to buy a little bit more.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You know, the stock market's so fascinating because it's the only market in the world where we pro-cyclically react to it. And what I mean is, when things get cheaper, we want to sell.
Right.
When they get more expensive, we want to buy.
Right.
You don't do that in anything else. You don't walk into a store and say, oh, hey, all my favorite stuff's got 20% more expensive. I'm going to buy loads of it.
Right. Hoping that it'll go up even more at some point. Right.
Yeah, so actually, the risk of the stock market today is way lower than it was at the beginning of the year. Right, or definitely than it was 2 months ago.
Right.
But we perceive the risk to be greater because it's falling. And human nature makes us do really the wrong thing. And good investing is very counterintuitive and countercultural.
Yeah, I believe that,
Yeah. So really, the stock market's 10% cheaper than it was a few weeks ago.
Right.
The value of the companies that you own in your pension or you own in your brokerage account or wherever has not changed. The price has changed.
Yeah, but the value remains the same.
Right.
So everybody should actually, I feel a lot better just after this 5-minute discussion. I feel all right now. Yeah. Thank you very much, Georgie. All right.
Anytime.
All right. Appreciate your time and your insight. It was definitely very informative. Georgie Laxton with Liberty Wealth Partners. We definitely appreciate you coming on. All right. Up next, we've got world news and stories from around the region. Stick around.
Mom, I'm hungry.
Me too.
Honey, I need to fix the top in the kitchen today.
Okay. Everybody come with me. I know exactly where we can go.
At Countryside, we have everything you need. Grab home essentials at A.L. Thompson. Convenient banking at Cayman National. Delicious slices from Pizza Hut. Always made fresh sandwiches at Subway. And find the best prices on island at Foster's Food Fair, IGA. Countryside. Everything you need and more.
We are on a mission to protect people from financial risk that can affect their money. We're Knighthead Annuity and Life Assurance, a Cayman Islands company. It is more important than ever to make sure you have the right financial plan in place to secure your future. So we're on a journey to change an industry that can too often feel complex, confusing, and costly. We're making things simpler by specializing in fixed annuities. An essential product in any portfolio to help you grow and protect your savings by providing guaranteed investment returns. Predictable growth, peace of mind with Knighthead Annuity.
Welcome back. Turning to world news. Today, U.S. authorities discovered suspicious packages sent to former Vice President Joe Biden and actor Robert De Niro.
It comes a day after several high-profile Democrats and critics of U.S. President Donald Trump were targeted with similar devices. Reuters' Yahaira Jaquez reports.
Former Vice Presidents Joe Biden and Robert De Niro, the latest targets of a would-be serial bomber sending suspicious packages to high-profile Democrats and critics of President Trump. 2 suspicious packages addressed to Biden were reportedly found in Delaware, while in New York, another suspicious package was discovered addressed to vocal Trump critic Robert De Niro.
Those engaged in the political arena must stop treating political opponents as being morally defective.
That conciliatory tone by the president quickly faded. Trump blamed media outlets in a tweet Thursday morning, accusing them of stirring up anger.
Look, the president's condemned violence in all forms, has done that since day one, will continue to do that, but certainly feels that everyone has a role to play.
Former CIA Director John Brennan, who was also sent a suspicious package, hit back at Trump, tweeting, quote, "Stop blaming others. Look in the mirror." The bomb threats coming just 2 weeks before the contentious midterm elections, jolting a nation divided by partisan rancor. President Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, George Soros, and Maxine Waters among those targeted, all prominent Democrats.
And we have to do everything we can to bring our country together.
Also discovered a device resembling a pipe bomb at CNN's New York bureau.
This clearly is an act of terror.
We've seen this before, and we've seen worse. And we will not be intimidated, and we will bring these perpetrators to justice.
So far, there's been no claim of responsibility, but investigators are working around the clock to find out who's behind the bomb scares.
Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has lost an appeal against a Paris court's decision to send him to trial, this over charges of illegal campaign financing. The ruling was handed down today in the case known as Bigmalion affair. The case claims that Sarkozy's party, then known as the UMP, connived with a friendly PR company to hide the true cost of his 2012 presidential election campaign. He denies any wrongdoing.
And in regional news, former Barbados Cabinet Minister Donville Innes will stand trial on money laundering charges in a Brooklyn federal court, June 2019. Mr. Innes is accused of accepting bribes from a Barbadian insurance company and then attempting to launder $36,000 in illegal payment using the U.S. financial system. He's pleaded not guilty.
I've got another check on your forecast in 2 minutes. Stick around.
Let Seaboard bring the world to you. We offer the best shipping rates and service to and from Grand Cayman with over 35 shipping routes, full container shipping from Miami, Brooklyn, Houston, and Jamaica, plus small package shipments from Miami and Jamaica. You name it, and Seaboard will ship it. Our excellent warehouse facilities in Miami mean you can consolidate your goods to save yourself time and money. For shipping made easy, call or visit our website today. Shipping shore to shore. Seaboard.
Shipping shore to shore.
Let Elite Marble and Granite bring the charm of Italy to your home. Made from only the best materials. Santa Margherita Quartz is handcrafted at a state-of-the-art facility located in Italy and then journeys across the ocean to Elite Marble and Granite, who is the exclusive distributor in the Caribbean. Elegant and resistant, Santa Margherita Quartz products offer a large choice of colors, textures, and exclusive finishes. Call 945-9028 or visit us online at elite.ky. Elite Marble and Granite, where perfection costs less.
of the finest liquor stores on island are located on West Bay Road on beautiful 7 Mile Beach. Tortuga Fine Wines and Spirits Governors Square, the greenery near the Strand, and 7 Mile Shops Plaza. Tortuga Fine Wines and Spirits boasts the widest selection and even offers free wine and spirit tastings at all 7 Mile Beach locations every Friday from 5 till 7 p.m. Family owned and operated since 1984.
Bogle Insurance Brokers Limited are professional, independent insurance brokers established in 1988. We are a wholly Caymanian-owned insurance broker with a wealth of knowledge in the local and international insurance market. Our professional team service clients with a range of insurance products, including motor, home, health, contractors, marine, and business insurance, among others. Contact us at 949-0579 or email us at service@bogleins.com.
Welcome back. Joining me now, Rugby President Derek Haynes. As said earlier in the newscast, the Rugby clears the final hurdle. Single acre of land signed over to the Rugby Union. Now shovels can possibly be put to ground before the end of 2018. And one sports association that is hoping to join you in this partnership, of course, we talked about earlier in the newscast, is Cayman Cricket. First reactions, obviously, we spoke earlier. Cricket is interested. You've spoken with them. Now that they've come out and said that they are interested and they want you to more strongly consider them as a tenant or a partner, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm very excited about it. We, as you know, have had preliminary discussions with the Cricket Association. They're a major sport in Cayman, and as you know, as a rugby association, it'd be good to bring other sports in, so it becomes associated sports really. There's obviously some discussions on, as you pretty much mentioned, the security of rugby in controlling the ground and everything else. But we've had measurements taken, and it's possible to put a cricket square in between two rugby pitches. I think there's still other work that needs to be done there to make sure, for the safety angle of cricketers running on what was yesterday being played rugby on, to make sure that we're not offering people up for any injuries and things. And it also opens the door for internationals. So cricket, they've got, you know, they're very keen to play internationals here throughout the region and further afield. We're the same. When I was in Barbados about 3 weeks ago for the Rugby Sevens there, the Rugby American North and Caribbean, they were saying to me, when's your new facility coming in? We need an extra place to come to, and they'd love to come here.
And for cricket's standpoint, just to go back to cricket, of course, they're really keen because the Smith Road Oval, you know, with tourism growing, you don't know if that runway needs to be widened, if roads are going to start coming into the Smith Road Oval. Also, as well, when doing bidding for other things, grants, things like that, cricket and rugby, two voices are stronger. One, how do you feel about perhaps joining cricket in a diplomatic way in terms of doing bidding together as, you know, one union with one board and two associations? How would you feel about that?
Well, the more the merrier. But as I say, you know, we've obviously got to make sure everything's right for both associations and maybe others as well, because, you know, Gaelic, flag football, all of these people are looking for ground, and we're on a small island. So as long as we protect our bases, and then, you know, cricket does the same thing, so everybody's happy. I don't want to get into something before we've worked it out properly, because if we do that, you know, down the road it's going to cause mayhem. So at the moment, and I hope it will continue, I'm extremely optimistic for sport in the Caymans from this development.
And what day would you like to have that, you know, cut the ribbon? What do you foresee? I know we're early, but what would you say?
It is, because if we can get spades in the ground and clearing the ground by, you know, this year, we've still got to grow the pitch. So you're probably talking a couple of years. But the thing is, Jordan, I had my 70th birthday on Monday just gone. I want it to move along. I don't want to be looking at the field from underneath, you know.
Well, happy belated to the president himself, Derek Haynes, president of rugby. Big news in rugby. They gained the single acre of land from government and now will rezone the land and begin the construction of their new pitch off the Esterly-Tibbetts Highway. Derek, thank you as always.
Thank you, Jordan.
Back to you.
And before we go tonight, another check on our weather forecast. Let's take a look at the National Weather Service radar right here. We can see a few showers in and around, well, mostly the sister islands, to be honest with you. Grand Cayman looking pretty clear right now. Again, this is according to the National Weather Service, which just gives us a 20% chance of showers overnight. And as we head into Friday to the end of the week, they are saying about a 20% chance of showers as well. They're saying the winds are going to be light and variable. The seas are going to be pretty smooth, actually. They're saying 2 feet for a max, which means the times are going to be pretty much flat. So if you're planning on doing any boating tomorrow or into the weekend, it looks like you're going to enjoy yourself out there, because we've got similar conditions as we move into Saturday as well. Let me bring us back right here to our homepage here at the National Weather Service. They're expecting mid-80s for the daytime high each day, Saturday and Sunday, and low 80s to high 70s for our overnight low. Again, 20% chance of showers on Saturday, 20% chance on Sunday as well. Partly cloudy skies each of those days. Now, as we head into the beginning of next week, Monday, we can expect the seas and the winds to pick up. But as far as our temperature and our conditions over the weekend, it's pretty smooth sailing. So with that, I'm going to send it back to Kafaro.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, thank you all for watching. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
From happy beginnings and life choices that we make along the way,
Brit K protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
Health insurance with far-reaching benefits.
Family protection and long-term financial plans.
Business insurance and generous employee benefits.
For happy beginnings to happy ever after, visit BritK.ky.
Brit K, where people come first.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We're Cayman 27, Cayman Informed.
The flavor with a beat. Black thing now move up him dancing feet. We dance them flavor with a beat. Whole heap of sauce, yeah, we acting on the street. Young middle age or old, move your feet. When bass if we dance, everybody have to do it.
Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious, so nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable? Look for the label.
Flavor we are flavor because the spice is flaring. Flavor with a beat, no other brand of the near way.
One taste and you know Grace is real.
We do a whole lot more than just cover your floor at Paramount. Carpet, any style, carpet or tile, insulation and drywall too. Everything's beautiful, come and see. The Paramount name means quality. It'll be a brand new world under your feet. We do a whole lot more than just cover your floor at Paramount. Carpet.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We're Cayman 27, Cayman Informed.